Did you know that studies show that if you have a dog and your dog is sick and you take him to the vet and the vet prescribes a prescription that you need to pick up for the dog so that, they can heal, that nearly 100% of the time, people will fill that prescription. But did you also know that out of those people, when they go to the doctor themselves and they are prescribed a prescription, that 30% of the time they won't go fill it. And those that do fill it, 50% of them won't even take the prescription the way it was intended. In other words, they won't care for themselves. Now, I love animals. I think they're great. I want everyone to have tons of them because they bring us tremendous joy. But I find that crippling and heartbreaking and sad and beyond tragic, that the norm in our society is to treat ourselves so poorly that we'll treat an animal better than ourselves. Because do you see what that means? I know you love your animals, but if you can't take care of yourself, how are you giving your best to that animal? It's not possible, because we can't give what we don't have. Now, I know that for many people, they're just petrified and scared to death to take care of themselves. And why is that? Well, that's why the title of this post, it's like graffiti. All of us are like the buildings covered in graffiti. We all have emotional scars that we're trying to cover over. We don't want anyone to see. Now, whether we use paint to cover over them, or we use denial, or we use our career, or we use our addictions, or we use our animals, whatever it may be, all of us in some way or another are covering over that emotional graffiti. In part because we're scared. We don't know how, and we don't think we can do it. But I think that's BS. And I think if you're sitting there thinking you can't do this, that you're lying to yourself, that you are in so much self-deception, because you are capable of anything. Look at what you've done in your life. How many of you have been with narcissists and you got through it? How many of you have been through terrible childhoods and yet you have a career, you raised great kids? I mean, look at, like, right now, today, at some point today, make a list of all the graffiti that's been sprayed all across you, your whole life. You are the building that's been plastered by parents and friends and lovers and society and governments. Like, you've had nothing but graffiti sprayed all over you most of your life. And without the skills and tools, because our society doesn't teach us how to remove the graffiti. They teach us just ignore it and cover over it. Don't deal with it. And yet, look at all that you've accomplished. And so you want to tell me that you can't do it? You can't recover from it? It's too big? It's too costly? My blankety blank. That's just not true. That's a lie. Every single one of you, every single one of us is capable of removing the graffiti from our walls. It just takes operating a power washer. Well, I know for many people it's like, Kenny, I don't do power tools. Well, is a power washer really that difficult? No. Is learning emotional mastery really that difficult? No. It's just a new tool. That's it. And look at what you've already done with no tools. Imagine what you could do if you invested in yourself and you learned the things that society and parents and friends and lovers won't teach us. If we learned how to remove that emotional graffiti from our walls, well, if you don't know how to do that, but you want to do it and you believe in yourself, and maybe you don't even believe in yourself, but you want to believe in yourself, you want to learn how to believe in yourself, and you want that graffiti off your walls. Well, that's pretty simple. It requires a choice. And It requires you choosing to have a different life. That's it. Well, we all have the power of choice. None of us are permanently stuck as the victim unless we choose it. We can change it at any time. Well, if that's what you want, my whole platform shows you how to do it. I have options that are free. Go to my YouTube channel, watch all my videos, like 700 videos. Do it for free. Now, you're going to get a lot of great steps. The problem is you're going to have to bounce all over the place because none of it, like I don't walk you through the process, but you can do it for free because I know I know a lot of people lie to themselves and they say they can't afford to invest in themselves. But there are truly some people that can't. There is a small minority. Well, for you, these videos, these are for you. You can't get help. Well, this is how I help you. For others, maybe you're not quite ready to truly invest in yourself. Well, there's my book. You can pick up Your Journey to Success on Amazon. For those of you who want to take the next step, who really want your life back, and you're ready to quit using the excuses, you're ready to quit calling, like this just breaks my heart. People will send me an email and they'll go, how much does it cost? Like to work with me individually or take one of my classes. And I'm like, talk about graffiti on their walls. They see that to get their life back and remove the pain from the past and all of that emotional pain, they see themselves as a cost. They don't see it as an investment. Like, talk about being covered in graffiti. Like that choice of words we use for our recovery and personal development as a cost. That is one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever heard. It should be, what would I need to invest to get my life? And how much? And then the question is, how much do I think I'm worth? Well, personally, I think you're all worth a ton. My heart breaks that you don't think you're worth a ton. Well, if you want to learn how to see yourself from the true worth that you have, that we all have, then the next option is my complete emotional mastery method. That's only $47 a month to do that. There's obviously working with me individually. There are all these different options. The key is you have to decide you're done. You're done listening to the lies. You're done letting the graffiti cover your facade. You're done hiding it. You're not going to be a painter. You're going to be a power washer. So that's really the choice in front of you. Are you going to be a painter and everyone can paint? Like you don't have to learn any skill. That's not true. I was a painter. But it's pretty simple. Just to dip that brush in and paint over all that pain and think it's gone, but it never goes away. Or for just a small investment in yourself, you can become a power washer and you can get rid of all that graffiti. And you can show the true facade that's underneath that, the true strength and stability that we all have, that's within us all. We just need the power washer to uncover it. So if that's what you want, I'll leave the links below here for you to do that. I'll leave it in the comments section. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you all choose to be power washers and invest in yourself. Have a great day.